Welcome back to EBT Performance Pakenham, the home of Squid Speed Shop. Today I've got a short one for you that you might find really interesting, and that is, what does a stock bike make? I don't tune a lot of stock bikes here, but I got the chance today, so I can show you the benefit of why you should get it done. So, I've got a 2023 Street Bob here, and it's just got a stage 1. It's got a nice K&N upgraded air filter in it, and it's running Vans & Hines short shots. And so whenever you change the air in or air out of your engine, you need to get it tuned. I cannot stress that enough. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the process as I do with every other bike, optimize the fuel, optimize the spark, make sure everything is correct, and get this thing making the most amount of power that it can for this combination. So I'll give you a little look. Here it is in all of its glory. I love the orange. Man, it looks good. And so, I'll tune it up. I'll show you what it makes with one of my base maps in it, and then I'll start tuning and we'll have a look to see what the gain is. And apart from the most important thing, which is making sure that your engine is running correctly and it is getting all the fuel and the timing that it requires to last a lifetime, the other thing that we do when we're dyno tuning it is that we take off the limiters. So now I can make the throttle respond one-to-one the way that I want it. The bike gives you exactly what you're asking for. We remove the speed limiter, or at the very least set it super high so you get the most out of it. And we can get the idle correct. That's another big thing. Everybody wants that lower idle, get it to sound choppy. And we all hate when it's super cold, start it up and it revs to the moon. So we can address all of those features as well while we're tuning it. So that's 5 really important reasons why you should get your stage 1 tuned. Not to mention, it's just great to know how much power it makes. So I will get to tuning. I'll show you the first run with my base map in it, and then I'll show you the tuned one. We'll see where we end up. All right, let's get to it, guys. Okay, guys, right out the gate, you can see that my base map is pretty close. I'm just looking at the power numbers. Here it is, 86 horsepower and 113 foot-pound of torque, and it's all pretty smooth. And so then I can go and have a look at what the air fuel's doing, and essentially with my base map, it's pretty close, but it's not right. So it's on the safer side of things, which means it's all a little bit rich. So I'll get to tuning, I'll make me adjustments, and we'll just see where it should be. All right, guys, I'm interrupting this week's episode. It's an ad. I've got to promote myself, don't I? But we'll get back to it in a minute. Come on down. Get yourself some merch. It's available in store. If you're overseas, shoot me an email at info@ebtpakenham.com.au. We'll be able to sort something out. I've got both of the t-shirts back in stock. The beanies, the crew necks are on their way. And there's a couple other secret things in the pipeline. Going to be ready for summer. You're not going to want to miss them. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your buddies. It only takes you a second and helps me out tremendously. I really appreciate all you guys watching. So let's get back to cranking out another high horsepower build. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so I've just gotten through all of the sessions, making sure the engine is optimized. And here we go, here are the gains. So we're looking at 89 horsepower and 116 foot-pound of torque. And now you can see that the air-fuel ratios are dead flat at 100% throttle. And essentially I do that for every throttle position available in the tuning software, so that no matter where you are, no matter where you're riding, the air fuel is doing exactly what it should be. And that's the important thing. And so with that bit of information, and now we know that a stage 1 114, Gen 1 M8, makes about 89, 90 horsepower on my dyno. So you can use that as a reference to all of the videos that I've put out saying how much this combination makes on my dyno, how much this makes on my dyno, because that's the important thing, on my dyno. So if you've got a stage 1 and you're thinking, man, I wouldn't mind an extra 60 horsepower. Well, there we go. We put one of my stage 4s in it, and there you are. Oh, I wouldn't mind an extra 30 horsepower. Not a problem. We'll put one of my stage 2 kits in there and have you flying down the road. So I hope that that informs you guys just a little bit more of the values of my horsepower and torque figures in my previous videos. Because as much as I love cranking out high horsepower builds, this dyno is a heartbreaker. There is no doubt about it. I've had plenty of customers come in claiming they made a certain amount of horsepower at another dyno. And then it comes onto my dyno and they are informed differently, because I've made my dyno setup as accurate as I possibly can and as consistent as I can. So therefore, all of the numbers that I've rattling around in my head for what combination makes what makes perfect sense to me and the bikes that I build. And so if you've enjoyed this short video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Share it with your mates and feel free to come into the store. Grab yourself some merch, even though I'm repping Saddleman today. Get yourself some merch, show that you support Squid Speed Shop. Head on over to the social medias, give them a follow, see what I'm up to. And at the very least, I'll see you next week. Uru.